Hey! Playing delinquent again? Nako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Satao. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What's she trying to do? Of course Shizune isn't going to look away. And she is, I just remembered, Misha doesn't always have pink hair. Anyways, look away. She is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? Oh no. If she has any sense... I'm going from cheerful voice to serious because it's supposed to be Shizune broadcasting this. If she had any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? I don't... I'm having fun with this. Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste. Well, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we are really working hard to make the festival happen. And driving all the people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I'll stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty for not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. In clubs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of a person. Halfway through, I walk the way from the school building to the dorms. I spot a figure in front of the dorms. It's Rin. It looks like she's working on her mural today, too. I really like the voice for Rin, too. It's Katawa Shoujo again, I know. It's just amazing. I walk over to her, and she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is painting with the brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's still only half done as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared in the twisted human-like figures. It's weird, I don't know. And the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get attention, but not startle her, so that her concentration won't break. Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. Lots of waiting. 15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have to wait long enough to warm, poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level. Oh, it's Hisao. She can tell. I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look at my face. An astute observation. Hard at work, I see? The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good. It does. The layers of paint hiding other layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. But Rin looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with its big toe. Okay, no Scottish accent. I really like the Scottish accent though, because I've been watching Doctor Who and Amelia Pond has the best accent. Oh, I love her voice. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at a half-empty bottle with the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. God, no! I'm fucking up my accents. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin. She looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and Frenches in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school though, which I, of course, wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin. I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but at least I can try and get as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you two? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Because of the position? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more, if you know what I'm talking about. But it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down. That'd be amazing. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. There's a little flinch in her otherwise blank expression. A hint of pain, maybe, as she stretches out her calves. Yeah, I've been having fucking leg cramps and they hurt like a bitch while I'm just in bed. Wake me up. It's probably because I've been doing all the work I've been doing. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far above. So she would be the like rogue class in an RPG. Sorry, I've been Cube World. I really want Cube World. Yeah, that's probably what my first paycheck is going to be partially for. Anyways, and dexterity far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives a pause. A pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Hisao. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. Or sure looks like you are. There we go. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There's this boy. A boy? Yes. Oh, Kenji. Where? At the art club. And? He is blind. Oh, how can you paint if you are blind? No idea. So why is he there? That's the point. He is there. I think it's Kenji anyways, I'm pretty sure, because I think Kenji said something about Rin before. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. He can't really do anything that you'd call art, right? But he comes there anyway, and paints? Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. That's why I asked. So, he doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with my eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try again. But he is becoming better at sculpting. Yeah, because, you know, that's more feels stuff. And not the emotional feels, but the physical feels. I see. Maybe she was trying to make a good point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement. She totally missed the sarcasm. No? Just like I said, they're not very interesting. I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I'm like that boy. Or maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think, and tell her that. You're a deep one. Nah, I'm really a shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at a same time? No, but now I do. Right now I'm thinking of the second floor's girl toilet, ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe, and a haircut. I'm going to need a haircut. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short, messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something she likes to do. We fall silent as Rin treads around absent-mindedly, poking some brushes around, and the thought about the art club sticks in my head for a long while. I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way there's meetings with Rin go is as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking to her with her. Funny thing, you're not. Oh, that's cool. That the mouse shows over the FPS counter. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes, and I don't dislike art either. I've even drawn for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skill. So, usually, if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper, then call it quits, without really even trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down on her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again. Or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused on. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted, and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh shoot. Who? Nobody, I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. Do you know her from my class? Oh, her. The mystery toilet girl. That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during our recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her mystery toilet girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was... I just thought of a weird thing. How does Rin use the bathroom? That would kind of be hard. Anyways, maybe it was the week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. At least not around her. I'm hungry right now. I could make a sandwich or have the last of the pretzels I have here. Rin turns to look at me blankly as if I'm not sure. As if she's not sure why I reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So, do you want to go eat dinner then? No, not yet. Rin has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish, something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is a feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little bit to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped a brush and is dipping it into fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore, or doesn't answer anything, even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy's bound to rat on me if I didn't show up. But it's not all that bad. Let's see, it's 11:10. I'm not leaving much for Fallout or Terraria or The Sims. Though those are covered till the end of July, I think. I actually screwed up in part 6 and 9, oddly enough, yeah. I didn't set for schedule, or didn't schedule them to the right date, so I had to private them until they are good. My morning alarm goes off, and I flail a rip out uselessly for a while until I remember that I've decided to give morning runs another shot. I need to stop playing with my key. I'm gonna forget. It's on chain, so I always do that. I don't know if this was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health, after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. Looks like she's, oh my god, I don't want to go through this again. We will be back. I really hate skipping around. Once we get to Act 2, there won't be skipping, though. And probably the festival, to be honest. So we'll be right back. I'm sorry, I just don't want to go through this again. I'm sure you guys don't want to if you've been following the series. If you haven't, go watch Emmy's, oddly enough, playthrough. Yeah, so we'll be back.